Hey you guys, it's Day Day. I'm here for a Insecure Season 3 Episode 1 review. Um, I'm going to do, how I'm going to structure the reviews is I'm going to do each character and then finish them off. Like, I'm not going to go back and forth between Molly and Isa and Molly and Daniel, because I just feel like that's a lot to be doing to be reviewing the show. But I will talk about everything, but I'll just do it as if they have one whole segment and then just switch over to the other people. So let's start off with Isa. We see Isa, we thinking that she getting her back blown out by Daniel. We see Daniel's chocolate ass. You know, he's giving the strokes and shit, and he just doing a lot. The girl is moaning and shit. And then we see that that's not Isa. That's not Isa. It's a lie. Isa a lie. That is Daniel's girlfriend. Because at first I thought maybe it's just somebody that Daniel is fucking. But we later find out that the girl is actually someone that I think Daniel is actually seriously dating. So I'm just like, oh wow. And then, the next day, she's in the bathroom. Isa is used to just talking in the mirror. It's like whenever shit is going wrong in Isa's life, she gets through it by talking to herself in the mirror, acting funny, acting shit out, just getting lost in her own mind. She doesn't have a mirror in his house. She has the cabinet, but then we see a side mirror, and just as she's starting to like get into herself in the mirror, the Isa mirror talk, Daniel comes in, and it's just like this whole awkward exchange, like, oh, like, let me get out of your way, and he's like, yeah, you in my fucking way. Just real awkward, just real flip. We flip to Isa at work. She's not really happy at work. She's been demoted. At first she was doing field work. Now she's doing, menial office work. A lady comes by and she drops off the numbers for Isa to call. And I'm thinking that the boss told her to do it, but now it's Isa's job to do it. So I guess it's perfectly acceptable for people to just dump work at the office workers and they just, do it without any question. So Isa, from my understanding, she's supposed to call the schools who continue to still work with them, but there are numbers crossed off from schools that chose to discontinue the services that Isa's job provides at their schools. So I feel like what Isa did was good. She called the schools who didn't want to work with them anymore to find out why, which is smart to me. I feel like if you are doing work at schools and people are choosing not to continue to work with you, I think it's a good idea to see, why the fuck are these schools not fucking with me anymore, so that it doesn't happen again. Like, I don't think the boss understands. So what happens when no schools want to work with me? Then what? What are we doing with no schools on the roster? So Isa's calling to see, why aren't y'all choosing to work with us anymore? They're telling her, there's too many white people, not enough minorities. Like, they are in South Central Los Angeles. It's predominantly Black and Latino, I guess. So they want more representation working with the kids. I don't think the kids can relate to the workers. Not only are they white, but they're also mean and they're racist and they're passive aggressive. Like, they don't really care about what they're doing, I feel like. And the students felt it, and for that, the schools chose not to work with them anymore. So Isa goes to her boss, to tell her boss, this is what's going on. This is why people aren't, rehiring us. Maybe we can, remedy that and just, change, hire more minorities or whatever. And the boss just was a complete bitch. She just ripped into her. And I feel like it was so unnecessary. And I'm just like, damn, like, you really don't fuck with her. I'm just like, let her go. Like, I feel like if the boss felt that strongly about Isa, like, she told her, you need to figure out why everything that goes wrong in this company, you're involved. And I just felt like that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Fire her. Fire me. I don't think I could continue to work with my boss after she just, went in on me like that. Especially when I was trying to help the company. Like, what Isa did was, it was right, but the boss is just so committed to not liking her and being mad, she just didn't want to see it. So Daniel is in the studio with his friends and colleagues, I'm expecting, and it's this girl in the booth. She's saying, "Baby, baby." I'm like doing the as most. She didn't sound horrible, but it was basic. And Daniel wasn't feeling it. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" And the guy, he's just all into her. I think it's one of those Stevie J and Jocelyn things. Like, I think the guy who hired her, he wants to fuck her. He wants to get in her pants. And he's thinking, oh, well, now that you don't got to really sing, it's all about sex appeal. But I think Daniel is looking for more talent or whatever. So Daniel's through with everything. He's not really feeling what's going on at work. So we have these dynamics where Daniel and Isa are both unhappy with their home lives and, what they're doing like at work too. They're like they're not feeling it. So we see Daniel at his sister's house. Shout out to Shauna Malcolm. Hey yo, Shauna, I fucking love her. I used to watch her all the time, and I've noticed that she really hasn't been as active on YouTube, but that's because sis is booked and busy. She's hosting shows on Lifetime, and she's acting on Insta fucking Cure. I'm like, go Shauna Malcolm. Shauna Malcolm plays his sister. She's doing her daughter's hair. Daniel comes by to get something, I guess, and Shauna's like, so who gonna watch my daughter basically? Is Isa still there or whatever? She asked about who's still there or something like that. Somehow it gets brought up that Isa is still there. And the sister is giving him a hard time, like, really? Why the fuck Isa still there? Kind of like smiling at him because I think that she thinks that Daniel still loves Isa or wants Isa in that way. And Daniel's like, no, she just need help. And, I think she could be gone in 2 weeks. And the sister's like, yeah. Like, she don't really believe it. And I don't believe it either. I think Daniel wants Isa. And I think Isa wants Daniel. So we'll see what happens. But, he leaves there. The sister is like, so who gonna watch my daughter, Isa or Vanessa? I think the girl that Daniel is fucking with is called Vanessa, but I'm not sure. She's not really important as of yet anyway. So we get back home. Isa confronts Daniel about the fact that he was, having sex with this girl, and like, did you hear me? Like, did you know I was home? And Daniel was like, yes. On one hand, I think that it is Daniel's house. Isa is crashing. But I do think that it's very disrespectful and trifling to be having sex when you have a roommate and just being so loud. And that's crazy. Like, I feel like, why not do it at her house? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, beggars can't be choosers. I feel like Isa expects a lot from him. Like, I feel like he's already, giving you a place to stay, letting you stay rent free. Like, how entitled are you to, add on to that? She was pretty much like, we had a past, we had feelings for each other, and what you're doing is disrespectful. I think it is, but at the same time, I'm like, but that's his house. And he don't owe you shit. I think Isa is very entitled, and she just thinks that people owe her things that they don't. Him letting her stay there is really nice, but he doesn't owe, to have to tell you or not do things just because you are there, I guess. But after that, later on, he does give her a heads up, twice. But the last time he gives her a heads up, he actually gives her the place to stay. He's like, you know what? You got the whole house to yourself. I'm about to go chill with my girl. Isa is okay. She decides to just go and do Lyft. So we see Marley. Marley is in some foreign island. She's at the beach chilling, and she's talking to this sexy ass black man. I thought he looked so good, and I'm thinking, oh, this is probably her boyfriend, and she went on vacation with her boyfriend. But no, it's a guy that she hooked up with while she was, on vacation, and he's really into her, and he's even trying to, meet back up in LA. He's like, I'm gonna be in LA. We should link up and continue the fun. And Molly's like, no, no. Pretty much trying to shut him down. And she's not really interested in him, and that's because she is still all into Dro. So the next thing we see her, she is getting her pussy ate. I'm sorry for the vulgar language. She is getting cunnilingus performed on her, and she's on the kitchen counter. She's into it. Dro is into it. We it's the next day. They're laying in bed. Candace calls Dro. Candace is Dro's wife. He calls her, and we finally get confirmed that they are in a open relationship, because I feel like there was some speculation. Oh, is Dro lying to Marley and he's just cheating on his wife? But no, they're really in an open relationship. And Marley feels some kind of way about it. And it's just like, Marley, you already know that you can't do this. And you already know you have the issue with the fact that he is not 100% yours. He is married. So why does she keep on doing this? Why? Because she loves him, and I think she's in too deep. In too deep. Okay. You know, she really can't give it up, basically. But at this moment, she's so pissed and hurt that I think she starts to try to set boundaries and just be like, you know what, if we're gonna do this, we have to keep the friendship with no fucking, or just fuck. And Dro was like, well, what are we gonna do? Because I think that Dro really does love her as a friend and as a lover. And I feel like Marley, she just loves that dick so much. She's willing to throw away the friendship for the dick. She basically chose dick over her friendship. And I thought that was very important and that was very powerful. And I think that's worth noting, that she chose dick over her friendship. So when she comes home from vacation, because I skipped this part, she meets up with Issa, and they're at the restaurant. It wasn't really important, but the reason why Issa is not staying with Molly is because when she stayed with her in 2005, a lamp got broke, and nobody knows how the shit got broke. Molly thinks it's Issa, and Issa is saying the lamp was broke when she got there. I thought that was pretty petty and like a really dumb reason as to why Issa couldn't stay with Molly, but I guess. Like I said, later on, Daniel gives Issa a head up. He's like, you know what? I'm about to have sex. Heads up. So Issa goes out and she's doing lifts. She picks up Molly because she doesn't want to do it alone. And they pick up this really attractive guy who I heard he plays on a show on How to Get Away with Murder, I think. So she picks him up, and he is really sweet and nice. They're vibing. I think there's some sexual tension between him and Issa. Like, he's attractive. Like, they picked him up because he was attractive. His name is Nathan or whatever. So things are cool with them. Later on, they pick up this other black guy. He's really ratchet and ghetto. He's heavy set. I'm just like, why the ratchet guy gotta be heavy set? I don't know. I just feel like, you know, big black ghetto bitch, ghetto hood, big nigga. So they pick him up, and he just being real hood, real ghetto. He's complaining about the Capri Sun she has. He's about to smoke weed, and Molly's like, Issa, we got a situation. And Issa is like, can you not do that? And he's like, nah, y'all good. Like, basically saying, fuck y'all, I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do. So him and the attractive guy who was there first, they get into a fight. The guy throws his weed out, and he ends up kicking the ghetto guy's ass, and then runs. And they're like, where you going? You can't just leave. And I'm just like, well, why not? Because I feel like with Lyft, they can end his ride, and they can end it early with him there, I guess. But he leaves because he don't want no smoke, no heat. I guess he don't want to get arrested or whatever. And the guy, he's beat up there, asking him, "Are you okay, boo? Like, are you good?" And he's like, "My eye hurt," or whatever. The last scene that I want to discuss, was the scene where Molly comes home from I don't know where, and Dro is in her house, and I feel like I don't fuck with Dro, because I feel like, even though I feel like Dro knows what he wants to have his wife, and he wants to fuck Marley. I feel like that this woman already said boundaries. I want you to, we can either fuck or we can be friends. I feel like Dro is still pushing himself on her in a way that he knows that Marley does not want. And he's making it even harder for her, because Marley is trying to, disconnect from Dro, but Dro is still holding on and not willing to, relinquish the relationship that he has, is accustomed to. So Marley tries to get the key back. He's like, why? And I'm like, who gives a fuck why? He's like, this is out of nowhere. And I'm just like, how is it out of nowhere? She already said something previously, like, I want, like, either friendship or the fucking, and y'all agree on fucking. So for him to act like it's out of nowhere and he don't know why she asked for the key, I didn't get that. I feel like this is just him being, pushing back on what she wants. He's kind of controlling. I see this as him being controlling to me. I feel like he's trying to control what they have, and I think that Molly is trying to get back some of that control. Because I think Molly knows that Dro is in control, so she's trying to relinquish some of that control, and her get some control in it too. And they get to fighting or whatever because he won't just get back the key without an explanation. And Marley's like, you know what? I don't want to be in whatever this messy ass shit that Shaw is in. And he got so indignant. Hey, don't talk about my wife and what the fuck we got going on. You don't know what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? He said, this is about you and you not knowing what you want. And Molly is like, you know what? I know I want my key back. So he gives her the key. He in his feelings and he leaves. I'm just like, oh my God, we are in for a fucking bumpy ride. Get ready for twists and turns and being in your feelings. This is Day Day signing off. Insecure season 3, episode 1. Deuces.